Good evening. Thanks for joining me again. And tonight I want to read a few of my protest poems, which I've been writing for a long time. And I sort of changed up my schedule last Friday because of some flamenco and kitchen related issues. And I had meant to read these last week. The first one is called 7,000 Degrees, and it's about the bombing at Hiroshima. I was commissioned to write this poem for an event, Hiroshima event. This is called 7,000 Degrees. Bombs and bullets sometimes whistle or shriek as they arrive at their target. The quote, little boy, unquote, dropped on Hiroshima, exploded 2,000 feet above the ground. The cries of pain, terror, and anguish of 100,000 people in 7,000-degree heat echo through the heavens and up from the ground of the real zombie apocalypse. Survivors had trouble recognizing each other. Faces melted, eyes missing from sockets. This morning, so many years ago, humanity showed how far death technology had traveled to the point where one bomb, little boy, can kill 100,000 people. This is where we are. We keep finding better ways of killing until we find the final bomb, the big boy, who could end our species with the press of a button. Until we find ways to stop killing each other, Hiroshima will mark the beginning of the end. Let us all struggle towards peace. Let us finally beat those swords into plowshares. Let us work to get our philosophy up to speed with our technology. Let us all struggle towards peace, please. And the next one is a poem that I wrote about 7 years ago that got a little fame um, in Indian country. And a few of my native friends particularly enjoyed this one, especially Michelle Raheja, the great writer and indigenous film theory scholar. And hopefully Michelle will get to hear this. Anyway, this is called The Drone Ranger Explains Manifest Destiny. Okay, I think I get it now. A little kid, a little white kid, dressed as the Lone Ranger, is drawn to the wax figure of the Ranger's sidekick, Tonto, who comes alive to tell the epic tale of a folk hero, a white folk hero, in cahoots with an Indian man with mystical powers. Yes, an Indian man who mystically becomes a wax figure in a museum. Heroic, yes, heroic. Man who grunts one syllable replies, dressed as how a multimillionaire actor playing the role of the crafty Indian thinks it should be played to show dignity. Yes, the dignity of assisting a white man in a cotillion masquerade mask fight greed. Hundreds of millions of dollars of special effects to highlight a white man in a cotillion mask and an LSD version of an Indian fighting greed. Fighting the greedy railroad scammer who would disenfranchise millions of white settlers who were called by destiny, person to person. Unlimited minutes. Destiny manifest in their brutally effective war machines and centers of learning where they learn how to explain the rights of white people to take Indian land, to kill Indian people, and attempt to erase Indian culture. Hi-yo, silver, away, up in the air, up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's the drone ranger rides again. Off to fight the violent Al-Qaeda, but somehow historical memory banks not included in this app. The ones where women and children are running for their lives at Wounded Knee. As women and children are running for their lives in Pakistan, Afghanistan, and now maybe Pine Ridge, Watts, Vieques. The Drone Ranger is there to explain the humane war machine. That is his destiny, manifest in its ability to kill without brave soldiers dying while maneuvering the killing joystick of advanced technology that helps us create billion-dollar images of how we honor our enemies by immortalizing them in wax after we take their land, take their oil, take their children. Up, up, and away, hi-yo, Halliburton, the Drone Ranger rides again. And I hope Michelle gets to see that one. And also Therese Melo. Hopefully Therese gets to hear that. She liked that one. Here's another one of my more delirious topical protest poems. Written just a few years back after, well, I don't know how many years ago it is now, after the Fukushima, terrible accident at Fukushima, Japan. And so, yeah, this one's about 10 years old. Yeah, something like that. It's called Fukushima Typhoon Mambo. Oh, God, it's happening again. The general writhes and spits formaldehyde from the dock. An atomic wave, a tsunami of glowing bones, heads for California, reaches the beach, just in time to ruin a few TV reality shows called Everything's Okay. Ignore the frack lightning coming out of your sink and Who Wants to Be Enslaved by Millionaires? Whales and sharks crawl onto beaches, hungry for hairy chum. They're not enrolled. They can't pay back their loans for a postmodern, post-caring MFA in napalm navel gazing. There are no refunds. They're eligible for food stamps, but acute hunger and rage are prior conditions and subject to a hail of hollowhead bullets and stop and frisk and dance a mambo for us, son. We know you people like to dance. The giant blue clouds have swirled into a 2-mile-high coiling snake, raining inflatable Sarah Palin dolls with lasers shooting from the eyes and a tape loop screaming, "You betcha! You betcha!" And after the first wave, billions of freaked out people in tricked out RVs are heading for the Rockies. All of a sudden, everybody's half Cherokee. They want the rest of the land they had already stolen in the first damn place, but they don't make it. Fukushima explodes. The Pacific boils. And as the hordes look upwards, Dick Cheney and Michelle Bachmann wave and cackle as their rocket ship approaches the edge of the atmosphere before being shot out of the sky by a very pissed off Puerto Rican poet who bribed his way onto a secret bunker in Roswell. He pressed a button that said, Rosebud. The poet sighs, looks through the periscope to see people almost in zombie state looting the local Wart Mart, and there's this tape loop playing, suddenly I see, suddenly I see, suddenly. And there you have it, folks. Poems that may be used in a deposition in my future sanity hearing. And hope you enjoyed it. See you later. Thanks.